I really love a good sandwich, and I take the art of sandwich making very seriously. Certain types of bread better for certain types of sandwiches. Then, depending on the sandwich, you will determine whether or not you're using toasted bread or not. Then, of course, the bread to filling ratio will make or break any sandwich. And one of my favorite sandwiches is a tuna paste sandwich. Now, I wouldn't pretend as if every time I'm making a tuna sandwich, this is the amount of prep that goes into it. Sometimes, when I'm on the go, I use 3 ingredients: lemon pepper, mayonnaise, and pepper sauce. Mix that up, throw it in a bread, and that's good enough for me. But other times, I like to go the extra mile and jazz it up a bit. My brethren Ronaldo swear by this method of making tuna paste. He must add different ingredients to his tuna or else he cannot enjoy it. And jumping right into it, I have everything here laid out so it's just a slice, dice, chop, and mix our way to the final product. I'm using purple onion here, red onion if you're colorblind. But you could use regular onion if that's what you have. The difference in the taste is negligible. I'm using pimento pepper here, but if you want to go for more heat one time, you could use Scotch bonnet pepper. But I add my pepper sauce as the last step. Now before I revoke my Trini card for using dill instead of shadow benny, let me just state one time that you could use shadow benny if you want. But my preference here is dill. Shadow benny is a very powerful herb and could easily overshadow all the other flavors going on here. So I prefer to use dill. Plus it had this very kind of grassy taste that adds a nice twist to the dish. We're using fresh tomatoes, seeds and everything, and the tomato flavor cuts through some of the freshness of the tuna as well. Using 3 cans of tuna chunks in water. I'm gonna add the juice of 1 lime, lemon pepper, garlic powder, onions, pimentos, tomatoes, dill. I want to give that a good mix. Now you want to add the mayo. The amount of mayo you use is totally up to you. I don't like my tuna paste too dry, nor do I like it too sappy, so I go in for a balance in between. Mix that up well, and last but not least, I like to add some scorpion pepper sauce for extra zing. Now it's time to build the sandwich, and I went all over the top here and I bought some artisan roasted garlic bread. Feeling a little fancy now, and I cut my slices about 1/2 inch thick. And as I mentioned before, the ratio of filling to bread is always important in sandwich building, so not too much, not too little. I put some olive oil on a griddle pan and grill the sandwich for 1 minute on each side. And boom, we done. This is a simple 30-minute process for me that results in something so enjoyable, so it's definitely worth a try. And the finishing is a nice, zesty, lemony, citrusy tuna paste sandwich. Listen, I could eat this almost every day. Not every day, almost every day. Probably once a week. Yeah, once a week. And of course, I could add mustard to this too a little bit for a little extra zing in it. I didn't, I left it out because, I was using pepper, tomatoes, lemon pepper, lime. So, I had enough of that type of flavor profile going on in there. I didn't want to add mustard as well. And if you like this recipe, please give it a thumbs up and give it a share. And if you do try it, post your photos to Instagram and Facebook or tag us on Twitter. All the links to our social media are in the video description. The full recipe can be found on our website at eatahfoodtt.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.